Whether it's your first time here or you're a regular here at Mr. Super Oz, I just want to thank you for tuning in to the channel. It exists because I, Oz, from the channel Mr. Super Oz, I wrote a 68-page graphic novel called Everlasting Survivors. Volume 1 is called All Day Long. If you follow the link in the description of this video, you can get yourself hats, shirts, posters, all kinds of fun things. But most importantly, you can get the story itself. And the more people that pick up the story, the greater the chances are that there can be continued adventures with these heroes. If you could, give it a like, subscribe if you haven't already, leave a comment, enjoy. We're now going to the Monday Night Raw, which, it's the 7th?
Yep, the 7th.
Alright, yeah, 10/7 of 2002.
Good math, sir. Good math. So, we start off the show. Mick Foley and Stephanie McMahon make a backstage announcement announcing the Halloween Havoc Battle Royal.
Okay.
So, it'll be, goofy fun time, costume Battle Royal. Everyone's real excited. All the wrestlers will dress up and then attempt to throw each other over the top rope. But Mick, classic Mick Foley, always thinking of the wrestlers, is like, you know what, I want to do something special for this. And since this is the first AEW Halloween Havoc, we want to make this Halloween Battle Royal a #1 contendership to determine the third competitor in a triple threat match, including the United States Champion Christian and the Heartbreak Kid Shawn Michaels. So, the winner of the Battle Royal will be placed in that triple threat to determine the #1 contender for the AEW World Heavyweight Championship.
So, Shawn gets in because he's Shawn Michaels and Christian gets in because he's U.S. champion?
Shawn gets in because he's undefeated.
Oh, okay.
And has beaten former champion Triple H.
Well,
and it's Shawn
yeah, exactly.
So,
yeah, that's cool. It's cool. Just checking.
Layers and layers.
Yeah.
And then, Christian gets in because
he's doing great work.
He's been undefeated since being U.S. champion.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, so that was the logic behind
I like it. Yeah,
the triple threat.
That's good stuff.
But yeah, so there's that. So I brought Stephanie to
bring prestige and
and whatnot, because especially since I'm pretty sure SmackDown wrestlers will also be in this.
If you want them to be, they can, but Halloween Havoc is Raw exclusive, unless you make the provision that you want to book.
Yeah, that was the joint thing.
Oh,
I mean, to be fair, I'm
the
just saying.
The title is for both shows, so I think that's a very fair move from Mick.
It felt like it made sense.
Yeah, it's very polite.
All right,
and I'll try to be as generous in the future.
Yeah,
to Raw. I mean,
how sweet.
I never considered it before, but. That booking, but I like it. No, I think that's very kind.
I mean, to be fair, Raw guys winning it, but
that's cool. That's fine. Yeah.
Yeah, because we already agreed on this.
Yeah, exactly.
But
we always agree on that particular title.
For big moments, we always agree before.
Every other title where it's carte blanche to do whatever we want, but the undisputed belt is a belt that both shows
joint, unified thing. But yes, so just gonna be good, clean, fun.
Yeah. I love Halloween Havoc. I think it's a killer name.
That is so phenomenal. So phenomenal. Don't know why they didn't use it.
Did you see that they're bringing Great American Bash back to pay-per-view? I mean, premium live event.
Yeah. No, I didn't. When's it supposed to happen?
At the end of July. So what? I don't know.
Okay.
But the reason I bring it up is because I wouldn't be surprised if Halloween Havoc. So for years, a couple years now.
Yeah.
Much like Great American Bash for NXT, Halloween Havoc's become a TV special.
Right.
I wouldn't be surprised at all if this October they say, tune in this Sunday. Whatever, for the premium live event version of the show.
Wouldn't be bad.
Oh, me too. I'm for it. Because the reason that the Great American Bash is being brought back, or one of the reasons I think, is because they're booking a Texas not stadium, football stadium, but like an arena. I mean, so it's not going to be at the Performance Center, which I prefer. I like when they leave the Performance Center.
Yeah, that's better.
So Full Sail was great, but the Performance Center needs a little
help.
Yes,
a little assistance.
Yeah, the leaving is good.
Yeah.
Continue. Sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. I was following.
Yeah.
I don't even know what I was saying.
We were just talking about Halloween Havoc.
Battle Royal, Halloween Havoc. Yippee!
Yeah.
All right. Next up, that tag match for the tag team titles: Jericho and Kane versus R&D Solutions. Who is the R or D in this scenario? Well, Goldust busting out the old Dustin Rhodes.
Okay. Yeah.
And his tag partner is the Big Boss Man. Now, I know what you're thinking,
Oh,
Oz.
I got it. I know this. I know his name is Ray Trailer.
There it is.
I know his name.
Hence the R in
Yeah.
R&D.
I like it.
Yep. Fun little match. Goes like 10, 15 minutes, but the usual Jericho and Kane are going to win because they're Jericho and Kane. But, yeah.
Well, the beautiful thing about this is everybody that you have booked in this match is full of experience.
Yeah.
Now, amazingly, I think that Kane might be the least experienced guy in the match,
He is.
but
Which is hilarious.
he's still multi-time. Well, at this time, at least singularly
Yeah.
world champion,
One-time
multi-time.
world champion, multi-time tag.
Yeah.
Wasn't he IC champion at this point?
In real
Was that
life,
later?
definitely.
Yeah.
In our working,
In our booking,
I don't
no.
remember
I don't think we've done it.
because I don't remember what I strapped him up with, if anything, during the
Yeah.
invasion. But that's the only part of WWF we've touched
Yeah.
was the invasion part.
Makes sense.
But yeah, no, I think that's a fun match right there.
Yeah. But yeah, it was
Is
literally
this the end of Ray Trailer? Because I know that he.
not yet.
Okay.
So he. So
I know
looked
we
it up.
recently checked,
He
yeah,
leaves
everything.
in 2003.
Oh,
But
good.
it doesn't specify what month, so I'm just gonna.
Yeah,
Well,
let him
not
fade
his
out.
career.
Yeah.
I'll draw attention to it when that time.
That's
comes.
fine. Yeah, no, it's good. No, I like it though.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ray and Dustin, R&D Solutions.
But yeah, good fun match. Boss Man hits a Boss Man slam on Kane and gets like a near fall. Jericho breaks it up.
Yeah, I
but
mean,
it's
Big Boss Man, Ray Trailer, is deceptively large.
he's freaking huge,
Like,
man.
He
The
always
big and big Boss Man is not a
It
joke.
is very accurate. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's because he always worked with such. Like
Giants.
the time that he was with the company, he was. You're right. He was with Giants.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, all larger than life, steroid up human beings. So, but yeah, no, he was a natural big man. But yeah, wraps up Kane choke slam on Boss Man 1, 2, 3, yada yada.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Next up, we have my boy Rob Van Dam coming out. Obviously,
One of a kind.
one of a kind.
You know he has a podcast.
Does not surprise me.
It's called One of a Kind.
I'm sure it is. That's phenomenal. Yeah, honestly, everybody has a podcast at this point, so it doesn't surprise me too much. But yeah, Rob comes out, makes good on his promise from last week. He says, I've been absolutely dominant, and as fun as it would be to be in this costume battle royal, I feel like I had the most credence out of anybody in the company to be the number one contender for Brock's AEW, almost called WWE, AEW
It's easy.
Undisputed Championship.
Yeah, it's easy enough to make that error.
And of course, Paul Heyman comes out with his little
Have you
strut.
noticed that it doesn't matter who Brock Lesnar is feuding with, whether it's Steve Austin,
Mhm.
whether it's The Undertaker,
Yep.
whether it's Rob Van Dam,
Mhm.
Paul Heyman just has history with everybody.
Everybody.
Oh my goodness.
Every single person.
Oh, I love Paul Lee.
It's so amazing how many like careers Paul's touched.
Yes.
And that's something Paul brings up in this speech. He's like, "Listen, Rob, I love you. I love you like a son. Like, and because I love you, I want to kind of wean you off of this. You honestly, I think you should go after the U.S. title again. I think you were a phenomenal U.S. champion. You don't want none of Brock Lesnar."
All right.
And Rob looks at Paul, dead in his eyes, and says, "Paul, dude, you know who I am. Come on. I'm the longest reigning TV champion in ECW history. I have been one of the top guys in Monday Night Raw since I got here. I was I want to say number 2 draft pick. Can't remember.
Early. I know
it was
early.
Mad early. So I've been one of the top guys here since day one, and it's time I be the top guy in the
Oh,
company."
Kurt was your number one.
Yeah, Kurt was one.
I think he
Rob
was two. Yeah, Rob was two. You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Christian was 3, and they had that big trios match.
Yeah,
trios.
yeah.
They had that big triangle match
Yep.
to start the show.
No,
the
Christian
whole
was
world.
5 because I picked Dudley's and Jazz.
Yeah, but he was the third singles.
He was
Yeah,
third
you're
singles,
right.
yeah.
You're right. You're right.
But yes, Rob's always been top singles guy, and honestly beat Kurt. So the top singles guy in Raw
Yeah.
is Rob Van Dam. And
Absolutely.
Rob says as much.
Well, and here's something. So I know this is anecdotal and unimportant,
Yeah.
but my father never liked wrestling. Couldn't
Really?
care less about it.
Mm.
Always thought it was stupid.
Yeah.
But I was watching ECW on TNN,
Mm-hmm.
and he saw Rob Van Dam versus. I believe it was Jerry Lynn. I believe it was Jerry.
Jerry?
I think it was Jerry Lynn.
I was about to say pick one of Rob's great rivals.
And like I said, he don't care about wrestling. He don't like wrestling. His favorite wrestler is Bill Goldberg because he went in there and he wins.
Phenomenal.
And so, but he saw what Jerry Lynn and Rob Van Dam were capable of, and he's like, I don't like wrestling, but these guys are good at that.
Yeah, I was about to say, they're real good at this wrestling thing. Man, see, I mean, that pretty much says it all right there. Rob's so good, he makes people who don't like wrestling
enjoy wrestling.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like that says a lot.
I agree. I think that's high praise.
Oh, man. Well, that's awesome. Well, long story short, after Rob lists all his accolades, he says, I'm going to beat Brock Lesnar. I'm going to be the guy at Halloween Havoc. Paul says, all right, you asked for it. I'll go talk to Mick and we'll make the match. But listen, just don't look at me after the match is over. That's all I'm gonna say. So that sets that up. Next up, Mick's back in the back. He's signing off, picking names, trying to figure out who wants to be in this battle royal come Halloween Havoc. When our old boy Hunter Hearst Helmsley, Triple H walks in.
Oh, he's got to be happy.
Yeah. Oh, he's thrilled. So thrilled. He wants to talk to Mick about the battle royal. He says, Mick, listen, it's real sweet that you're giving all these jobbers and jabronis this shot at a number one contendership. But let's be honest, I'm me. So how about we just skip the whole number one contendership for the battle royal thing? Why don't you just go ahead and slap me in that triple threat now?
That makes sense.
Yeah.
I'm the ex
ex-champion.
Yeah.
You know, I'm the man. And Mick says, no, absolutely not. But he tells him,
so he's the last man to hold Big Gold and Big Eagle, and the first man to hold the undisputed title. Yeah.
Exactly. Yep. So obviously he's entitled.
Absolutely. He's entitled. Yeah, I like that.
So Mick's like, no, and here's why. Because I said so. Literally that simple.
Of course.
It's unfair to all the other competitors. I get your accolades, and that's great. But let's be honest here, Hunter. You've been on a losing streak lately. Mm-hmm. If anything, Rob would have been in the battle royal to get the spot. I would have just plugged him in if he wasn't already vying for the undisputed championship itself.
Yeah.
Triple H says, "How dare you? You're stupid." And he's like the whole time he's just poking him on the chest, like, "I am Triple H. I'm the man." And Mick's like, "Tell you what, Hunter. Tonight next week I'm gonna give you an opponent, and if you beat him, then I'll just give you the spot."
Oh, that's nice. I like that.
Fair and square. I'll just give you the spot if you win.
Yeah, he's giving him the opportunity to get everything he wants.
Yep. But if you lose, not only will you do the battle royal, but I am making you wear a costume, and if you don't,
can he get to pick it? That'd be funny.
Oh yeah.
Oh good.
No. Triple H is gonna pick the costume.
Oh, okay.
But Mick's picking the match.
Okay, that's
next
cool.
week.
That's cool.
But yeah, no, trust me, I have something planned for Triple H.
I believe you.
Costume, because spoiler alert, he's not winning.
I had no doubt.
Yeah, but Mick says, all right, so you'll figure out what the match is next week. And Triple H's like, whoa, hold up, who's my opponent? Yeah, I'm not telling you. Okay, at least tell me what kind of match it is. Mick smiles, just walks away.
I like it.
It's like, hey, Mick! And that ends the segment. And then, last but certainly not least, we've been building to it for months now. Raven, with his now fully formed Hardcore Vice, comes out. Tommy Dreamer, Steven Richards on his side. It's time for the steel cage match for the Hardcore Championship.
Nice.
So Raven versus Raven with Hardcore Vice versus Angle with Stacy. And before Angle even gets into the cage, Richards and Dreamer are on his ass. Like, they pull him out, they beat the crap out of him before he even gets into the cage.
Is Raven sitting in the corner?
Exactly. You already know. Because he's still hurt from his match with Brock Lesnar.
Of course he is, yeah.
So he's sitting here trying to recover. His ribs are still taped up, knees bandaged up heavy. And so he's just watching while his henchmen lay waste to our hardcore hero.
Well, and the thing is, both of the henchmen are really good wrestlers in and of their own right.
Exactly.
So
both
that
icons, both legends.
Yeah, that it really helps lend a credence to their abilities. Now, granted, nobody equals Kurt Angle.
Yeah, I'm about to say
in his personal
accolades. I'm about to say 4 people equal to Kurt Angle. So.
I think the 3 of these are getting awfully close. Yeah, you're gonna need a 4th.
Yeah, definitely gonna need another body. But yeah, they beat the absolute mess at Angle, and then when Raven says, "Okay, that's good, go ahead and roll him in."
Yeah, I'm ready to go.
Yep. Bell rings. Raven just goes for the cover. Kurt, being the hero he is, kicks out. at 2. And then we're off to the races here. And just throughout the match, it's pretty much Kurt finally getting his hands on Raven. Raven kind of realizing maybe the steel cage wasn't the best idea because he's being bounced off the cage left and right. Kurt is just suplexing him. And he's like, all right, how many suplex variations
So
can I get?
I've seen not an insignificant number of Kurt Angle cage matches.
Yes. Yeah,
But
same here.
there's one that really stands out to me as a definitive cage match that has Kurt Angle
Probably
in it.
thinking the same one, but
Well, it's where Kurt Angle puts over Samoa Joe, and
that's
he
the one
wins
we were
his
thinking.
first
Yep.
TNA World Championship. I long and still will to this day. If we can make it to Samoa Joe getting to the company,
Ah, man.
I 100% would put the world title on him.
Oh,
Because
that's the first thing I was doing.
so Samoa Joe is former Ring of Honor World Champion,
Yep.
former TNA World Champion,
Yep.
and should have been WWE World Champion to
Well,
round out that
Universal,
triple
but
crown.
yeah.
Well, I don't care whether it be
Yeah.
AJ for the world heavyweight or
Oh, that's
Brock Lesnar
right,
for
because
the
we did
Universal.
both.
Yes.
So you could have literally did it all.
Yes,
Ah,
it was definitely a possibility. And so
I forgot all about the AJ feud.
yes. Winner.
Oh my lord.
But yeah, so I just
dropped the ball.
when it comes to Kurt Angle and cage matches, he's had some good
Yeah.
ones.
Absolute legend. Yep, and this one's no different. So throughout the match, Richards and Dreamer are sliding weapons into Raven, and Kurt is intercepting them and using them on Raven.
Smart.
Yep. And gets to the point, Kurt drops Raven after a chair shot, and he's like, open the door. He's exhausted. He's trying to get out, and Dreamer slams the cage door into his head, drops, and that's when Stacy comes in with a kendo stick on her own and starts beating on Dreamer and Richards, and they're both trying to run away and dodge and run to the back to get away from Stacy. I figured it'd be fun to give Stacy,
Absolutely.
carte
the spot,
blanche.
yeah.
Yeah, especially since she's been dropped on her head the last 3 times
Right.
been around.
How do you feel about women versus men matches?
I mean, I think if done right, they're fine. Because how I always think about it is a professional wrestler and another professional wrestler in a professional wrestling ring on professional wrestling television.
So, I have one request, and if I could run a wrestling company, I would actually like to run 2 wrestling companies.
Yeah.
One, I would love to have respect weight classes, and in that, I would have men versus women as long as they're within the certain allotted.
As long as they're in the right range.
Yes, in the right range. Because let's think about somebody like an Awesome Kong, right?
Yeah.
You put Awesome Kong in there with most guys.
She wrecks them.
Yeah, she can either hold her own or wreck them.
Yeah.
Same
with China.
Yes, exactly.
Same with Rhea Ripley
Yeah,
right now.
dude, she is
Victoria.
Rhea Ripley is showing multiple times over, whether it's Gallows or who was it recently? Tozawa, yeah, him too. But yeah, she keeps showing that she's got it in her.
Yeah. She's about that action.
And so I think that is the best way to, personally speaking, I think that's the best way to do it is if you have a respected weight class and the wrestler and the other wrestler are within the parameters, go for it.
Yeah.
Now, I don't think that it makes sense to do like wouldn't even be a good match. Hold on. The Undertaker, there we go. I had to pick a wrestler who could wrestle. I was about to say the Great Khali. I was like, it wouldn't matter anyway. So
I put her 1-on-1 against Beth Phoenix. Yeah, that'd be a 5-star classic.
So I couldn't envision a world where the Undertaker wrestled Su Yung.
Yeah.
And we got
honestly, I don't know. I feel like that'd be good fun.
I mean, yeah, it'd be a lot of smoke and mirrors, but like as far as like moves, or Stacy Keibler versus Randy Orton, we'll say. Right?
Okay. Yeah, I can see that.
So I don't think that would be a good match.
Yeah.
But I think that you do.
I think it makes sense as long as both competitors are game. So like I wouldn't do Kelly versus like Dreamer, but I would totally do like Jazz versus Dreamer.
Oh yeah. I agree. Yeah, Jazz is the better. Yeah, exactly. That's all I was saying. I think that it has to be logical.
Yeah, I agree. I feel that.
Oh, we didn't book a finish.
Oh yeah, no. Yep, no. I'm wrapping it up now.
I got off track. My bad.
Yep. So Kurt, in classic Kurt Angle fashion, he since since the door is kind of like gone, door option's gone because Richards took the key along with everything else. Card has to climb the top of the cage. He gets to the top of the cage, sees Raven prone, and decides to take the Jeff Hardy.
Well, of course he does.
And it's now granted, Kurt Angle has one of the best moonsaults I've ever seen. Like truly.
Absolutely.
And I think like when he misses it, he somehow performs a better moonsault.
I don't know how, but yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's good at missing.
And this is another classic Kurt Angle misses a moonsault scenario. Because he lands flush just on the mat. Bounces, and then off the bounce, Raven gets up, hits a Raven effect. And 1, 2, 3, we have a new hardcore champion.
I like it. Now I'm extra glad I didn't have Val Venus lose to his own finish, because that would have been awkward.
Yeah, a little strange. But hey, it worked out. Everything worked out.
Absolutely. No, I like it a lot. I've really enjoyed what Kurt has brought to the hardcore wrestling division.
Indeed.
And I look forward to seeing what Raven does on his trip and see how he treats it. It's not
a long trip, unfortunately, because Raven will be gone by January.
I know, but still, my point is they have two separate wrestling philosophies. Ideologies, exactly. And so that's why I meant what I meant by it is to see
how Raven would approach the ring.
Exactly. Well, and oh my goodness, I can think of when Raven, Kane, and Big Show had their hardcore title match at Mania.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So if this Hardcore Vice storyline is anything like his time in a solo run,